Hi, my name is Lily, and I am here to reply to your Stephen King rant video. First of all, I just want to say you shouldn't get worked up over an interview. I understand that you're very passionate, but this is like throwing a tantrum. It's crazy. First of all, Stephen King had every right to say what he did because in America there is something called freedom of speech. And another thing, yes, there were 18 million copies that were sold, but it was sold to people that reply to you when you ask them why they like the book. They reply, "Oh my God, Twilight! Edward is so hot!" Yeah. Books, movies, and merchandise. The books wouldn't have been famous if it wasn't for the movie. So the books came out 2005. The movie came out 2008? 3 years after? Yeah, no one knew about it 2005. I read it 2005. So movies horribly done, low budget. It looked like, special effects from the 90s and 80s and whatnot. Merchandise, there's actually should be a lawsuit going on sooner or later because Twilight took the copy of the packaging from another producer. So there you go. You kept saying that Stephen King is a classic, but he's boring. No, you've only read 3 pages. You can't just, summarize what happened in the whole book with 3 pages. You have to keep reading to understand what happens and for you to find it to be boring. You cannot. Yeah, but anyways. And you kept saying that you don't care, but for someone that's not caring, you're making this video, so here we are. Let's stop being hypocritical, shall we? Yes, and if he doesn't want a limelight from Stephenie Meyer, that's completely stupid. His name has been spoken for 3 decades. I don't think that he needs that at all. And if he wanted some limelight, I'm sure he would have dissed J.K. Rowling right then and there too. Why? Because she has more money than Stephenie Meyer. And more fans. Respectable fans, actually, to tell you the truth. Yes, and he's written much better books than Twilight, I'm sorry to say. Actually, I think any book is written better than Twilight. And it's aimed for the population that is more literally intelligent than of Twitards. And Twilight is crap. It's not amazing. And I'll tell you why as the video goes on. And a side note, stop saying fucking because it doesn't impress me at all. It's really annoying. That's the only thing that I pick up, and it's just like, yeah, stop. Yes, and Twilight is successful between teenagers and actually grown women. And it's these grown women that aren't getting satisfied, if you know what I mean, probably, and have to fantasize about it. Yes, and 108-year-old vampire virgins are considered, in my book, pedophiles and very creepy. He's a stalker, and last time I checked, that was completely illegal. And for God's sakes, he's a vampire that sparkles. What is he? A disco ball on legs? Makes me want to, just shove a pole through him and stick him up in the friggin' ceiling, shine light, and invite people over for a dance party from the 70s. Footloose. I mean, God. And no, Bella is not a slut. Actually, she kind of is. But she's not really a slut. She's more of a Mary Sue. And a Mary Sue is a pejorative term used to describe a fictional character who plays a major role in a plot. And it's particularly characterized by overly idealized and hackneyed mannerisms, lacking noteworthy flaws and primarily functioning as wish fulfillment fantasies of their authors and readers. And that's what Twilight is. It's a wish fulfillment of Stephenie Meyer. Okay? Yes. And it's just her fantasy that's not being satisfied. And she satisfies it in the book. By the way, Robert Pattinson even thinks the book is crap, so let's not even go there. Yes, and I'll repeat again, Stephen King, has every right to criticize her. Because it's freedom of speech. It's his own opinion, okay? And you're just overreacting in so many ways, and I'm actually surprised when I went to your profile and read that you were however old that you said you were, because you are acting like a 13-year-old. Anyways, And he's just stating his own opinion. He's not attacking her. And he's talking about how her writing sucks. You know, it's not her. At least he's not calling her ugly. Let's not even go there. Okay. And yes, you're taking it completely seriously because you're throwing a tantrum about what Stephen King said. That's so hypocritical. And you said fantasy. Yes, we understand that. Do you understand it? Obviously you don't. So let's repeat it. Fantasy. Fantasy. Okay? Okay. Yes, Stephen King's books are not boring. Like I said, you've only read 3 pages. How would you know? And if his opinion isn't welcome, then why the heck is your opinion welcome? You're not even a writer. At least not that I know of. Yes, best writer in the world, yes. I'd love for you to give me a, respectable reason for why you think she's such a great writer. And I'll give you reasons as to why she's not. She's repetitive. In every single page of all 4 books, she repeats how godly, beautiful, perfect, angelic, or whatever the other adjectives she used. Same ones, over and over, every single page. All 4 books. Yeah. No, that's not a great writer. There's no plot besides Bella and Edward's love. And don't even put in anything about werewolves, nomads, or the Volturi, because that's like crammed in the last 100 pages of the book. And it sets feminism back 100 years. Bella is a damsel in distress in Mary Sue, and she can't do anything except bitch and moan about everything. She has a boyfriend that buys her 2 cars, and she still complains about it. How ungrateful can you be? But stories are very unoriginal. Someone actually pointed out that it has somewhat of a similarity to Wuthering Heights, but let's not compare it, because Twilight is not as good as Wuthering Heights, okay? And actually a book called Vampire Diaries, which came out about a decade before Twilight did, came out in the 90s, you should go check it out. It's actually a vampire novel, and there is actually some character development. That's another thing. There's no character development, no character personalities in the book. Not a good writer. Okay, so that's all, and you really should stop taking this so seriously, really, because you're about to pop a vein in your head. Okay, so thanks for listening. See you later. Bye.